Hi, I'm Tim Smith here at the Cine Gear 2012 Canon booth. And back in November, Canon kind of made a big splash announcement with a product called a C300, which was our first digital cinema camera. And here at Cine Gear, we're now showing publicly our second digital cinema camera, the C500, which is a 4K version of the C300 that we came out with in November. So a very similar camera. We're also showing on this one some prototypes of some cinema prime lenses. So Canon's really kind of staked their claim here in the Hollywood cinema industry. It's a Super 35 sensor with 12 stops of latitude and the ability to record either in camera at 1920 by 1080 like the C300 or out the back through dual HD SDIs, a 4K signal to a separate recorder for a full 4K signal. This one definitely for us fits in digital cinema. The C300 works very well in television, and certainly an argument could be made that it actually works well in the feature world as well. There are people doing that, and the results are wonderful, but this one is really geared towards digital cinema. This is what we need in order to really get the 4K. It's not a 4K camera on board. We do have another product we introduced called a 1DC, which is an HDSLR recording 4K right inside the camera in an SLR format, but with this one, it's 4K out the back, so you will need a separate recorder to handle all that data. In camera, 1920 by 1080 to the compact flash cards, or out the back through the HDSDI ports to an Aja box or a Codex box or any of the third-party manufacturers that record 4K. 4K really is just a resolution number that everybody can talk about, but what's inside that 4K? How good is that picture? How much latitude is there? How is the color situation handled? How much can they do with it in post? It's really about a spectacular image. In terms of features, this has all of the features that you would expect on a cinema camera. But every cinema camera has to have those features to make them a cinema camera. The suggested list was announced at $30,000. The street price we'll announce later. Shipping this year. So this is the Canon 1DC, which is the first 4K SLR in the world. The ability to record 4K right to a compact flash card right inside the camera in an HDSLR design. This particular lens is one of our prototype cinema prime lenses, but we'll also take all of our still camera lenses as well. So along with being a digital cinema camera shooting 4K, it is also the world's best digital still camera. We just finished a film with Shane Hurbutt called The Ticket, which we've been showing around here at the show and at different theaters, all done on a handheld 4K camera. It was a short that we commissioned for demonstration purposes, but it's a really wonderful little short. The feature on this thing is the size and the shape. It has all the features of an SLR in terms of latitude and recording and ISOs and everything you need again to make an image, but this one is small and in your hand. So you're able to do things with it you can't do with other kinds of cameras. Shots in places that you can't get, small environments, shooting in the backs of cars, shooting in trunks of cars, anywhere that you can put a camera the size of a still camera, you can put a digital cinema camera that's 4K. We don't want people who are creating these wonderful films with small cameras to have to fall back on something bigger just to get into 4K. So we've added it to SLRs as well.